Alright guys, here's the scoop. Red Deer, Alberta is a small city of 100,000 people that currently holds the highest crime rate in Canada, and some other people know it as a bridge between the two much larger cities of Edmonton and Calgary. Being from Edmonton originally, I have many fond memories of stopping in Red Deer with my parents for coffee or a donut. It was always a cute little place, but it seems like it's starting to fall apart. Today we're gonna delve into why that is, and if it's unique to Red Deer, or if all cities in Canada are starting to suffer a similar fate. On my first trip into the city, I was shocked by how completely dead the downtown area was. This is something you'd expect to see in LA, not in a small, hardy Canadian town.
Say there's crime everywhere and it's escalating everywhere too.
Why do you think that is?
I cannot speak for everyone. For me, things are increasing in value.
Alright, sir. Have a good day. I think that guy was high on something. Alright. Right there, somebody in a pickup truck drove by and just screamed at me. Most dangerous city in Canada.
That's why I give you a little speech, but no,
Is it?
I'm a real estate agent and I've noticed that too. Nah, don't face. We've literally housed hotels for them and free living and everything for them.
I'm glad she brought that up. This motel was recently turned into affordable housing, with mostly the goal being to get the homeless off the streets. But this place has a dark secret.
Can I ask what you were saying about, you said the motel is like a retirement home for addicts?
It's more like a place to die, really.
Why do you say that?
Because there's been numerous people that have passed away
From
fentanyl overdose.
Oh.
They're saying people are constantly overdosing on fentanyl at this place. So, surprise, surprise, the drugs are still managing to find a way in.
It's like pretty much daycare people that do drugs.
Yeah.
And like they're there doing drugs, and it's pretty much their job is to sit there and watch people do drugs and
The city.
pretty much until they're overdosed and find them dead.
So it's a government-funded frickin' drug
Right.
den.
So, the old motel, or the Amethyst House, as it's now been renamed, offers rooms for $530 a month for people who are trying to get back on their feet. And yes, housing in Canada is far too expensive, and on paper, this is a great idea. However, as a former addict myself, this is the equivalent of giving a band-aid to someone who's missing their leg. You can drop the rent as low as you like. Make it $50 a month. Unless you're actively working to rehabilitate and heal these people in a secure facility, all this does is continue their living nightmare.
You said the shelter's not good enough, or what's the problem with it?
I've lost my wallet, my identification, I've lost money, I've lost everything.
People have lost limbs.
Two backpacks.
Because they got shut out for the night?
Yeah, oh yeah, fuck yeah.
Here's a present from the city of Red Deer. We're donating you tents and sleeping bags and everything to go tent out.
Yeah.
But you're not allowed.
So they give you tents, but you're not allowed
Allowing
to...
it. But you gotta go and find a hole, I guess they expect you to find. I don't understand why there's places empty. There's places that are empty and all these fucking homeless people.
Yeah.
What's up with that?
Well, some people would say, like, look at this place down the street, or they're just watching everyone die. It's like, maybe it would just be more of those places, I guess. But I guess what can you do, right?
But at least they're off the street and warm and not dying.
They're dying a different way, I guess, right?
Yeah.
It's very sad.
Yeah, it's like a 50.
More comfortable death,
And
yeah.
you know, it's
Like if I die tomorrow,
Yeah.
it's not even in the news, let alone fucking like, documented.
Give us the statistic.
Exactly.
People were driving around the other night and they were throwing golf balls at us. They threw a Slurpee on me.
Your homework.
Jesus.
Now, addiction is actually
Yeah.
classified as a disease now.
But
Right.
there's actually with a village vigilante group going around, like they'll literally in the middle of the night, like find a tent and they'll literally like slash over the knife and beat the fucking shit out of whoever's inside the tent,
Yeah,
and then
they
just
have to.
Holy
one
shit.
time,
You were lit on fire?
My tent,
Yeah.
3 times in one summer.
Is it just by people who want you, like, out?
Vigilantes.
Yeah, they just
Holy
like,
fuck.
pretending like they're gonna help us, and
Yeah,
then you go there and
they'll
there's
beat the
6
shit.
of them, and they try to beat the shit out of you.
Not try
Jesus.
to. And then like you know, like there's like fucking 1 out of 5 of us have have lost a limb in the last fucking 2 years because of frostbite or fucking.
At some point, I also stumbled upon a protest on the outskirts of town.
I'm coming in totally blind. What's all this about?
I have no idea. Some sort of protest. I just had to use the shitter.
All bases of life on Earth is carbon,
Right.
right? So can you see if you were like what's that guy on Mike Myers, Dr. Evil? Mr. Evil?
Yeah.
And you're going, I want to tax humanity for just being alive.
Right.
They would tax you on carbon.
Interesting. Okay.
Because we need carbon to survive. Plants need carbon. You wanted a reason to tax people to comply, to make a 15-minute city to control them,
Right.
right? You come up with a narrative like that could scare everybody. Oh my God, the Earth's gonna die, so we all have to get on board with our rules. And that's all this global warming carbon tax agenda is about. Tell them
I'm here for it, bro.
Tell them the Earth is flat. Tell them
Well,
that.
it's stationary, yeah. The Earth
Stationary?
doesn't- Yeah, the Earth doesn't move. You know, I've never seen it move. I've never heard it move. I never witnessed it moving, so I don't think that it's moving. I see the sun, moon, and stars moving. Never the Earth.
Yeah,
Never
yeah,
seen
yeah.
water wrap around a ball either, right? So
Like, how does it change my life whether I think everything's flat or a ball, you know?
you're not living in an illusion.
Right.
You're not lying to your senses.
Right.
So
As I was about to leave, one of these gentlemen gave me a valuable piece of insight about the homeless shelters.
They make money off every head that signs in, and if they come and intoxicated, they get more money from the government.
Stop.
No, it's true. I was there for 5 years.
Like working there?
No, I lived there. I was homeless myself.
Holy shit.
They're actually saying the shelters get money per person that enters, and they make more money if they're intoxicated.
Is it true the shelter gets paid every time y'all check in?
Oh yeah, per
It's like $10 a head or something like that.
No,
So
$110.
Do you feel like that creates like an environment where they want you hooked on drugs because they're making money?
Well, it's right beside the OPS.
Yeah, but like the detox.
What's the OPS?
Overdose prevention.
Oh, so it's a whole system.
I said something before I left the protest.
I saw you got the tents. You gotta watch the tents.
I was trying to make a bad joke about homeless people sprouting up around the protest, but it turns out I may not have been too far from the truth.
Fraser Valley housing crisis, another provincial rest area along Highway 1, is seeing a surge in campers. Among them, a couple with their young child who say they can't afford to live anywhere else.
This highway rest stop community, whatever you want to call it, almost reminds me of a right-wing version of a homeless camp. They're self-sufficient, they got nice trailers, and unlike someone living at a homeless shelter, these people can reassure themselves that they're not relying on the government that they hate so much. Not only that, if the police come and try to break this place up, they're not getting rid of a homeless camp, they're a bunch of tyrants disturbing a peaceful protest. Remember, these people are only here to protest, so it's actually quite clever what they've put together here. Now, what is the city doing to address these problems? Well, I found this article. Red Deer approves ambitious plan to end homelessness in 5 years. The plan has a price tag of $273 million over the next 5 years. It says they have already secured the $27 million, but will be relying heavily on provincial and federal grants for the rest of the funding. The mayor is quoted, "I think that some of the budget dollars attached to the plan are aspirational. $300 million for one town in the middle of nowhere. That is pretty aspirational, yeah." Now, in the same article, it says, nearly 150 people are homeless in Red Deer. This is where I start to wonder if we're still on planet Earth, because this works out to the city wanting about $2 million, almost $2 million per homeless person to fix the problem. And at the end of the article, it includes this picture of 15 cots on the ground. I don't know where the money's going, but it's not to this. The fact that they would say this, print this, and include this awful looking picture, it's proof of how out of touch these people are. Now, to be fair, the article does say 1,800 people are at risk of becoming homeless, and that the money would be used to create housing, and I think we've seen how that's going. Well, here's the best part. The plan I'm telling you about is labeled 2019. That's right, the 5-year plan to end homelessness has come to a close this year, and I think we've seen irrefutable evidence in this video that it didn't do too well, just like the last plan. Oh, you didn't know? This is the city's second 5-year plan to end homelessness. Yes, I found this. Red Deer's 5-year plan to end homelessness 2014 to 2018. So if they secured $27 million for this most recent one, how much went to the old one? And where is all this money going? Because I have a feeling it's not going towards rehabilitating the homeless. It's going towards a bunch of bureaucrats making 6 figures a year, pretending they're fixing the issue while demanding more money. I love this from Red Deer News Now. The brain trust behind ending homelessness in Red Deer has determined it would take a 5-year investment of close to $275 million to successfully do so. Guys, I've started a Philip Solo TV brain trust, and I've determined that I need $100 million to keep uploading. This is the same energy as the US government investigating 9/11. Also, I'm editing this in. I'm reading through the 2014 5-year plan to end homelessness, and I found this. Timeline of homeless initiatives. 2005, this is where it first started. Mayor's Task Force on Ending Homelessness established in Red Deer. Couple other things. 2009, everyone's home. Red Deer's 5-year plan towards ending homelessness. So these people are heroes. They've actually ended homelessness 3 times now. So if this is what a buffoon like myself found after some casual digging, God only knows what's happening in places like Toronto or Vancouver. This is capitalism disguised as humanitarianism. Just like for-profit prisons need people breaking the law, just like the pharmaceutical industry needs people getting sick, the streets of these cities now need homeless people. This isn't the homeless problem. This is the homeless industry, and business is booming. I wanted to see if I was crazy or not, so I actually found a recovering addict to talk to who lived in Red Deer, made it out, and is currently in Vancouver doing a lot better for himself. Do you feel like the government has the proper steps in place for people to get clean or sober?
I don't think so, man. Like I just give you an example, like crazy maniac came out and tried to snatch my daughter out of her stroller,
Fuck.
And he was like catch and release. They didn't charge. Like I had victim services call me for 6 months for this guy, and it still never got dealt. I just said, you know what, fuck off. Don't call me anymore until you tell me he's in jail, because it was like it's a catch. There's nothing really in place, man. I'm in a 3rd stage recovery house, right? I don't know. I see these guys coming through. Like, I've been here for a while. Like, I'm trying to get back on my feet and stuff. Been through a lot of shit. So, but I see these guys coming through. These guys are lifers, man. There's guys in there that they hop around from house to house. This is all they fucking know. They don't. This is their life, man. And Day on my first new job one morning, and I came down the stairs and I tripped over my fucking roommate that was overdosed on fentanyl. You know what I mean? I had to fucking be late for my first day of my job because I was trying to revive him, right?
What do you think you have that like everyone like who's super stuck in the system like doesn't have? Because you were making progress.
I think it's because I chose to put myself where I am, and I had nothing, and I lived in a fucking tent for 6 months, right? So I chose to come here because I need to get the fuck out of a tent and like actually start to get my life back in order, right?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what it is. If it's because I'm a tradesman, or if it's because I've been working, or if I have a daughter or something like that. Because I have a little girl too, right? And she needs her dad to be doing good. I don't know. Maybe it's like that. I don't know. I think the mental health is a big thing. A lot of these guys go undiagnosed or misdiagnosed with some of the stuff that they're dealing with.
Right, that was my next question actually, is like how much mental health help is offered?
Doesn't seem like it's really offered. You kind of have to go dig for it, look for it yourself.
But that's insane when 99, I'm not going to say 99, but the vast majority of these people are like mentally unwell, like severely.
Yeah, so that's what's fucked up, right?
That makes no sense.
Misdiagnosis, and it makes no fucking sense. It's counterproductive.
Well, the city is saying they need $273 million to properly fix homelessness. What do you think of that?
How much?
$273 million?
Holy fuck. For Red Deer?
Yeah.
Oh my God, bro. Are you like, this is like factual numbers, like.
Yeah, this isn't Dr. Evil. This is real numbers.
Dr. Evil. That's crazy. think like even like $1 million would fucking help Red Deer right now, I think.
I feel like his reaction to the $273 million kind of says it all. So how much money did Red Deer spend on their old 5-year plans to end homelessness? The new one seems to have got $27 million, and I was trying to find out how much the previous ones received. Ready for this? I called City Hall, who transferred me to Legislative, who said they'd call me back, who didn't. So I called City Hall, who transferred me again, who didn't pick up. I tried the entire process again, then left a message for Legislative, and it's been a couple of weeks and I still haven't heard a thing. This is a huge amount of tax dollars being spent on this, and people have a right to know what's going on. I was still hoping to get some answers, so I went to City Hall.
I'm kind of at the end of my rope. I'm just gonna walk in and see if I can get any answers. There's been like 3 5-year plans to end homelessness in Red Deer. Okay. If I could talk to someone about how that money is getting spent, where it's going. I'm excited about the 4th plan. I was a big fan of 3. 2 dragged a little bit, but every trilogy has its Attack of the Clones, you know? Nice enough lady in there. She gave me the business card for Legislative, which are the exact people who ignored all my phone calls. So, gotta love the endless cycle of bureaucracy here. Nutters. Let's get this party started. Don't spend too much time in there. After a while, nothing even really comes out. This video should serve as an important reminder that the homeless are only human, just like you and I. And if we see someone in a bad position on the street, we don't hold anger in our heart for them. Instead, we blame the system that is completely failing them until we get to the root of the mental health problems, the abuse that so many of these people have endured, and the political brain rot that allows this circus to continue. We will not only have a less and less safe Red Deer, but a less and less safe Canada. Love you guys. Peace. They need to clean this up. Look at this. It's been here for months. Perfect metaphor for perfect metaphor for what they're doing out here. Nothing.